All right, what's up, everybody? Make sure we good. All right, what's up, everybody? We're good. Audio check. You see the shirt, man. You see the shirt. The cancer care shirts are available for purchase. Mine came in yesterday. Turned out really, really good, man. This is to support Cancer Awareness Month. 20% of the proceeds will be going to cancercares.org. So consider picking you up. Hold on. I got the... I forgot to grab this. Okay, let that adjust. Put these back on. I got the hat too. Turned out pretty good, man. They had to change the stitching a little bit because it was too small to print. So they changed it a little bit, but you can't really tell. You can't really tell, man. It was kind of bent up during shipping, but I mean, it works. It works. All right. I don't know why, but I can't wear my glasses. It won't focus on me if I wear my glasses. So I got to take them off and let it focus. What's up to everybody in the chat? Listen, this show is actually supposed to be Thursdays. And yes, I'm going to update the member screen. This is supposed to be Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I wind up sleeping all through yesterday. It was crazy. So I wanted to do it with you guys today before the Bengals game to make sure I spoke to you guys before I went to Cincinnati, possibly. I'm still on the fence right now. What's up, Black, J.R. Jones, Lauren Vander Esch? What up, though, man? Appreciate you. Depressed Alaskan. If you're talking about this guy here, this is the guy on the music is going to play, but this guy is Vito Corleone from The Godfather. So, yeah, that's who he is. He is the father from The Godfather. Run DC in the building. Steelers Nation Australia doing his tour over there. And where you at? Germany now, bro? Kid Rapper says, dude from The Godfather. That is correct. Let me see. What up, though? What's up? That one step guy. What's up? The ones. What up? What up? Fresh and professional pool cleaning. What's up? What's up? Yes, that is Depressed Alaskan. How old are you, man? Are you young? Yeah, that is from The God. What up, Fave? Yeah, so I was supposed to get on yesterday. I'm just here to hear Derek call Jake Brown and Chase Brown again. What up, what up, what up, what up? Bro ain't even set up. No, man, I'm not set up at all. We better drop 67 on the Bengals. Always wondered that. Yes, yes, yes. So let me get this out the way first. All right, the Michigan Panthers are no longer here, and I'm not going to support them anymore. If they come back in whatever variation they come back. Now, if the Michigan Panthers come back as something else, maybe I'll support them, give them a shot. But the Michigan Panthers, man, are no longer going to be in Michigan. Of course, it's not the team's fault. They did the best they could, but the UFL decided to pull them from the state, and well, probably most likely, right? And they are not going to. Ford Field was a problem. They knew it was a problem. We knew it was a problem, but they couldn't do anything else, and they're gone. So I put my support like for at least when the Michigan Panthers, when they come back, because they will. I'm not watching them for 5 years. Like, real talk. If the league can show me that this team can be around for 5 years or more, I'll watch them then. If not, I'm not watching them. And you know, you all got to start somewhere. But when you take a team twice in 2 years, like, I'm done. I'm done, man. So yeah. So that's that. So anyway, got the news that Aleem McNeil is not going to be playing. If you heard the press conference this morning, Dan Campbell said that it was 50-50 Aleem. But everybody knew Aleem. Aleem was not playing. He was not playing, bro. The Lions have very rarely taken somebody from the PUP list right to the game on Sunday. It doesn't happen. So Dan Campbell was being optimistic. Maybe Aleem was pushing him. I don't know. But they decided that they are going to keep him out. So as a matter of fact, I do have the list pulled up of the folks that are out. Let me see the injury report from Detroit Lions Twitter account. Let me pull this in. And this is what the list is looking like. All right. Zach Cunningham will miss his second game. Khalil Dorsey is out. Wow. Okay. He is out with a concussion. I knew he was in concussion protocol, so he did not pass it. He is out. Aleem McNeil, of course, is out. Sione Vaki is out again. Taylor Decker is questionable, and Kirby Joseph they're both going to play. Both of those guys are dealing with issues that they were dealing with before the season. Then you add the season, being banged up. Those guys are going to play. But Vaki, I mean, look, it ain't turning out too good for the young man. Aleem McNeil, I don't think we see him until after the bye week. That's just my opinion. Khalil Dorsey, that might be why we brought in Trey Flowers. And then, of course, Zach Cunningham made that fantastic play against Derrick Henry and the Baltimore Ravens on that third down stop when they were right at the goal line. So that's unfortunate. He is going to miss his second game. I didn't even know it was a hamstring. And of course, DJ Reed is placed on IR. So expect Ty Summers to be elevated. He's going to be probably elevated. And that means that, so who's going to be opposite? So Terrion Arnold, you could see, was not on that list, which means he's going to play. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but who's going to be opposite Terrion is the question. Let me see. If the game goes the way I think, Jared Goff and the ones might not play much in the fourth, so I'm being careful with my parlay. You know what? That is a good point. I think we're going to destroy these guys. We talk about trap games. Trap games are only for the fans, and we know that they're not for the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions don't play around. Dan Campbell don't have these guys in trap game status, right? It's any given Sunday, but a trap game means that you're taking the opponent likely. The Lions are not going to do that. The Bengals still have Jamar Chase, still going to have T. Higgins, right? But their defense is terrible. They still got Trey Hendrickson, who's probably itching for a sack. He only has 2 sacks in 4 games. So I don't even know if he sacked. I don't think he got a sack on Sunday, right? So he's going to be itching. Jared Goff hasn't been sacked in 3 weeks, right? But I'm going to tell you what, this game here, Rock Ya-Sin, I thought he was more of a safety, but you got Brian Branch in the slot. So you think Rock is going to get the starting job opposite? I don't know, man. We're going to see. But I'm going to tell you what. The Bengals' offense is terrible without Joe Burrow. Their defense is even worse than that, right? This team and their offensive line is atrocious. I'm wondering now if you're Zach Taylor, who might be fired this year. Let me ask y'all think Zach Taylor gets fired this year? Or do you think Joe Burrow being out bought him some time? I think it might be time to move on. It might be time to move on, man. You could get so many, unless you really believe that he's the guy. But I think it might be time to move on. It might be time to move on. You never know. I wonder if John Harbaugh becomes available after the season. He's going to be the top coaching candidate, and he's probably going to land a job super fast. Did you also hear that John Gruden can go forward with his lawsuit against the NFL? I don't think we'll ever see him back in the NFL. I think right now he works for Barstool. He's got his own podcast that's doing crazy numbers. So once these players get in there and they start running their own business through their podcast, bro, they're like, yo, we don't need to even go back. But John loves coaching a lot, but I don't know. I don't see him back in the NFL. But do you think he gets fired? Wynn says that's what I was thinking. Amik outside, Branch, nickel, and Maddox with safety. You know what? I forgot about Amik. So Terrion and Amik will probably get the starts, and then you'll have Rock Ya-Sin. You'll also have Trey Flowers, who will be elevated. Trey Flowers and Ty Summers will be elevated. Aaron Glenn might be available after the season. What's up, Steve? Okay. You know what's funny? Is the Bears are 2-2. Aaron Glenn and the Jets are 0-4. They're 0-4. And it reminds me, I wish their roles was reversed. I wish Aaron Glenn was 2-2 and Benedict was 0-4. But it's funny because a lot of people are looking at Aaron Glenn like that 2000 and like Dan Campbell's first season in Detroit. We didn't win a game until the last, it was November when we finally won a game. So Aaron Glenn is going through it. He is going through it, man. And I don't know if the Jets win this week as well. What's up, Q Ball? What's good with you, bro? What up, Q Ball? Don't I owe you something, bro? You got to remind me, man. I think I do. I don't think I sent it out, man. This week has been crazy. I've been all over the place. So if I do owe you something, I apologize. I'll get it out to you. Derek, do you think we will win in dominant fashion? A full-scale rebuild could begin. Zach Taylor. Oh, I sent it? Okay. Did I? Okay. You see what I'm saying? I thought I didn't, bro. Appreciate you, my man. Zach Taylor could be on the way out, active at the trade deadline. Okay. Do I think we will win in dominant fashion? I do. Because if you look at the numbers, and I'm all about numbers, I was right against the Bears. I was right about the Bears. I'm going to be right about this. We are going to destroy this team. They're deep. I don't know if you guys watch the video because a lot of y'all don't. I'm just saying, y'all. A lot of y'all don't watch the video, man. Watch the doggone video. It does grow on Saturdays, though. That's why I put it out on Fridays. My power rankings video, I still didn't bookmark this thing. My power rankings video, my preview video, and the defensive ranks through. They don't do that well, but they're growing. They are growing. All right, so let me show you. Yeah, I'm ticked off at the Panthers, man. Like, I'm done. I'm done with them. And I know it ain't their fault, but I'm done. I am done, man. You can't keep putting, imagine if the Lions, like, kept going and coming and going and coming. So I'm done. All right, well, how far is this thing up, man? Okay, here we go. Let me bookmark this so I'll have it, because I still didn't bookmark it. All right, so to answer, who is this, Chuck? To answer your question, Chuck, yes. All right, let me show y'all why I think the Bengals are going to get dominated by the Lions. This is just on offense. And I brought this up in my video. Look at this. Look at this. In these 4 categories, which I didn't even peep during the making of my video because I was so focused on how bad the Bengals are, the Lions are top 10 in the 4 categories that are shown here. That is top third of the league. What are the Bengals? The Bengals are bottom. They are the worst 4 teams in the league at points per game. Total offense, they are dead last. They are dead last in rushing offense, and they are third worst in passing offense. If we go down just a little bit more, they are 23rd in third down efficiency. In red zone efficiency, they're 8th, and in giveaways, they're 29th. So they give the ball away. They're okay on third down, but they're great in the red zone, right? Now, we're better, but they're not too shabby. So these, we can, look at us, top 10, right? We are top 10 in every category on offense but third down. And I'm going to tell you what the difference is right here. Can anybody tell me, what do you think the difference, in your opinion, is as to why the Detroit Lions they struggle on third down? I'm going to call this struggle. Because last year, we should be better than this. Why do you think we struggle on third down? So I'm gonna give you my take when I'm done with this. Now, if we go to defense, look at this. Look at this, bro. And our defense isn't fantastic. It's moving up. It's moving. It's literally all over the place. Look at the Bengals defense. Bottom third in points. Third worst in total defense. Bottom third in rushing defense. Third worst in passing defense. Jared Goff is going to have a field day. Expect a breakout game from Jameson Williams. I'm calling it right now. This is J-Mo's breakout game. Third down defense, third worst. Red zone efficiency, bottom third of the league. Takeaways, top third of the league. We should absolutely run away. It shouldn't even be competition. By the fourth quarter, it should be backups. We should be seeing Kyle Allen. All right, now, anybody got their opinion? Why do you think that we are out of the top 10 on third down efficiency? What do you think it is? I'll give you my thoughts in a minute. Let's see what y'all saying. What's up, Fresh? What's good with you? Bengals are booty butt cheeks. Yes, they are. You got to say booty butt cheek. You got to say it right, bro. You sent it. Okay, thank you. I already read that. Bengals fans are begging us to blow them out so they can fire their coach. That's how bad it is. Ooh, wait. Hey, Steve, I'm not going to argue with you today, bruh. I'm not going to argue with you today. But y'all know, y'all thinking what I'm thinking, right? You already know what I'm thinking, bro. You already know. And I told you he was going to be available, bro. I told you he was going to be available. I don't want to hear it. Lions are second in the league in sacks. I understand. Aiden leads the team. I understand. Al-Qadim Muhammad, second up. I understand. The Lions are the only team with 2 top 10 rushers on the team. Yes, they got, so Al-Qadim Muhammad and Aiden are both in the top 10 of sacking the quarterback. I get it. Maybe we can package him up, man. I'm just saying, because I'm still on it. You already know that he's going to be a trade deadline candidate. I'm just saying. All right, let me see, where we at? I watched Chase Browning. What's up, Kira says, seeing rumbles about Cowboys being a team who could trade for Henderson. I'm also seeing the 49ers as well. 49ers, I saw the 49ers. You know who I'm laughing at? You know who I'm chuckling at? I mean, a hearty laugh. Max Crosby. I'm laughing at you, bruh. I'm laughing at you. Had the same face. Let me show y'all something. See, we ain't talk about this. It's been a minute since I've been on. I ain't been on in 3 weeks. I apologize for that. I did not realize it had been 3 weeks since I had been on. But I want y'all to show. And listen, I also heard something that, you know, it's a family show. I'm all about the fam. Where's my icon at? Oh, here we go. This is a family show, but I hear that Taylor Swift got a new album. You know Taylor Swift got to come up every single live show. And I heard she got a song about Travis Kelce, about a particular thing that we ain't allowed to talk about on this show. I'm just saying, I ain't heard the album yet, but I heard some things about it. And I'm like, wow. Okay, that's crazy. That is crazy. All right, so what am I bringing in here? What am I bringing in, y'all? I done got distracted. What am I supposed to be bringing in? Let me see. Third and Long. That's the name of the song. Dudes in love with Trey. I'm in love with a pass rush, big dog. What's up, Danny V? Hey, you see the shirt? Man. Support the cause, everybody. 20% going up to, yes, Crosby. Thank you, sir, because I got distracted. All right, hold on. Let me bring it in. Oh, well. Would you look at this dude here? This is after the Seattle Seahawks loss. Well. Haven't we seen that face before, ladies and gentlemen? Haven't we seen that face before? That's what Rated for Life gets you. Where's my, hold on. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. This for Max.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say will happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
Now, of course, Brad Holmes have to still trade for him, but everybody wanted him to come to Detroit, and you wanted to be a Raider. Well, go ahead. You have fun, big dog. Spirit of Detroit, congratulations, my man. Looking good over there. I saw the crispy house. Bro, I saw the post like a minute after you posted it, but I ain't commented though. It was too early. Let me see. Says I'm finally locked in. That's what's up. Haven't watched football in some weeks. That's crazy, bro. I know you was busy. Got the same look on his face. Absolutely. For live too. Miles Gibbs is a director member. Appreciate it. Listen, I promise y'all I'm gonna update this list. I promise, man. Appreciate you, big dog. C. Poole says, so Miles, your name gets added to the end credits that you see in every video. I appreciate you, my man. C. Poole with the super chat says, we don't have the draft capital to trade for anyone. We use 3 third-rounders on picks for a receiver with 2 receptions throughout 4 games. You know what, C. Poole, I like you, bro. I like you because you like anti-Honolulu Blue Kool-Aid right now. I dig it, man. I dig it. I understand. You know, if anybody understands you, it's me. See, I'm going to disagree with that, though. I'm going to tell you why. Because at this point, at the point where the Bengals will be, okay, by the time the trade deadline happens, Trey Hendrickson will be on a different team. He will be on a different team come November 8th. He will be on a different team. Will it be the Detroit Lions? 95% sure it's not. Brad is not going to do it, especially with Al Kareem. If Muhammad was to get hurt, you got Davenport coming back soon, right? He probably only be off 4 games. Expect Davenport to come back after the bye week. Aleem McNeil will come back after the bye week. We're not going to trade for Trey Henderson, Aziz. We're not going to trade for Kayvon Thibodeau. The Jacksonville Jaguars are doing well. They're not going to trade away Trayvon Walker. Brad is content. He's content. He literally said he does not care. He's going to do it. Somebody will trade for him. Do we have the capital? Absolutely. Because at this point, the Bengals were stupid enough to actually re-sign him. They should have traded him during the offseason. They should have just traded him then. Because now, as the games dwindle down, right, his value is going to lessen. Because whoever trades for him is only going to trade for a loaner, right? Now, you know who will do that? The San Francisco 49ers. So expect Trey Hendrickson to be on the 49ers, the Commanders, the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills could do it too. Or the Dallas Cowboys. Somebody will trade for him, and I can't wait to make that video. That's going to be fantastic. Can Demo get more touches this game? He should. He really should. Actually, Jahmyr Gibbs is now the leading rusher for the Detroit Lions. Using 3/3 is misleading. It was 2 additional and a swap, but I don't disagree. So that actually answers my question. To me, that's why the Detroit Lions are out of the top 10 in red zone offense, red zone efficiency. If Isaac Tesla was more involved in the game, to me, I think More third downs will be converted. Now, remember, it's a guy y'all don't like to talk about. I don't know why. Maybe because of the last time he played for the Lions was the NFC Championship game, and he never played for us again. Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds was a third down machine. Remember for a while that everything he caught was a first down? Like he was a third down machine. We don't have that guy. Tim Patrick, he was that, and that's what I talk about when I talk about intermediate wide receivers. Like St. Brown is doing it all right now. Jameson Williams has been on a bad stretch. I expect him to break out against this Bengals secondary. I mean, there's no reason he shouldn't. The Bengals defensive line got some work to do. Their offensive line, I'm calling 4 sacks again. We sacked Joe Flacco 3 times. We're getting to Jake 4 times. We're going to have expect Aiden and whoever is on the other side of him to get a sack. The Broncos had Trey pretty locked in from what really, hey, Kiera, the Broncos are good. I'm going to talk to my Broncos guy about that. The Broncos are good. They're good. But if they did, that would be scary. If their offense could catch up to their defense, they would be a real scary team. Derek, we don't struggle on third downs. We use our third downs to set up fourth downs. That's fine. That's funny. His trade value plummeted. Yes, it did. And nothing that he's done. I mean, he's only got 2 sacks. He's only got 2 sacks. But I'm gonna tell you something else too. I feel like Trey is prepping to be traded. If you watch I don't feel like he's playing with the same, he's already been paid. He's not worried about, but he is looking for a payday after this season. But, and I feel like that unless it's like the 49ers or something, remember the 49ers traded for Chase Young when we saw them in the NFC Championship game. Now he wound up getting 3.5, 4 sacks. So he did all right. He did the equivalent of Zadarius Smith. He did post trade. But I see the 4, especially with the win last night, putting them right now at 4-1. The Niners are the real deal with all them injuries. They're like how we were playing last year. So I think it's going to be the 49ers because it makes perfect sense. Bosa's done, right? Might as well get it. Because one thing Kyle Shanahan has not done is won a Super Bowl. He's been there a couple times. He ain't won though, right? So I think they pull this move off. Let me see. Rams are getting Henderson. That would make no sense, bro. Rams got a bunch of young guys on that defensive line. Jets got with the Lions. Jets got the Lions no longer wanted. Extran Reynolds, Isaiah Williams. Wait a minute. Josh Reynolds is a Jet? He's a Jet, bro. I didn't even know that. I think maybe I did, but I forgot. I love to see another 7-sack game with Hutch having like 3 or 4. Everybody schemes for J-Mo out the game, and when he was open last game, he dropped the balls. Yeah, he had a really, really bad game. I don't think they stop him. Hey, Studios, I don't think they stop him this game. I think with patience, we'll see Tesla incorporated more into the offense. He was a little featured second option at Arkansas. We all see the talent. Give him time. Chuck, it's not about Tesla. It's about the scheme, right? It's about scheming Tesla in the game. That's what it is. We see him out there on special teams, but when you trade up for somebody, you expect instant impact. Yeah, excuse me. When you trade up for somebody, you expect instant impact. What did I think about the 49ers? You know what I was doing, Wixter. So I was having like flashbacks of like the way the 49ers were playing last night. It reminded me of like the NFC Championship game. And I was like, yo, they were so bad last year. And I was like, this team I could see them hosting a home playoff game, like real talk. But I mean, right now, to be honest with you, even after losing game 1, this is the Detroit Lions division to lose. Minnesota is falling apart. They are falling apart. You're talking about guys, they're talking about like Kevin O'Connell. Now remember, Kevin O'Connell is in year 4 over there, and I don't think the Minnesota Vikings move on from him, but you hearing like complaints from the fan base. We already know about the snake. Snake he ain't nothing. He ain't never gonna be nothing. The Green Bay Packers all of a sudden are 2-1-1, right? So I feel like that this is the Detroit Lions. This is their division to lose. Even though that first game was terrible, I mean, they're the best team in the NFC North, for real. And if their defense can get good, like get in top 10, I think we can go all the way. I really do. That's that top 10 defense and getting a pass rush. And even so, here's what I feel. The pass rush needs to come from the defensive line, because think about it. I brought this up in the video. We got to Lamar Jackson 7 times. But Josh Allen is a different beast. He's a different beast. He can actually throw the football very, very well. So if he will run you over. One thing about Lamar will juke you. Josh Allen will stiff arm you. Okay. So how would you feel right now with the pass rush against Josh in the Super Bowl? Right? Because that's what I'm looking at, y'all. I'm looking at the Super Bowl. I'm looking at the Super Bowl, the playoffs. So you're talking about Jalen Hurts, who's not, right? So in the NFC, not too many concerns, maybe Jaden Daniels. Outside of that, we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, who we face week after next, next week. So speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, I'll talk about them in a moment. Let me see. Okay, what did you think about the 49ers? I answered that. Any fans making a trip Sunday? I'll see y'all down in Cincinnati. Hey, so Brandon, I'm like on the fence. I'm going to tell you for the wackest reason. I'm on the fence because it's going to be hot in the mug. It's going to be hot, bro. 87 degrees at kickoff, or 87 degrees that day. I would assume it's going to start to, and once the sun goes, because I am a wimp when it comes to the sun, bro. I used to carry mail. I used to be a postal employee, and it was tough, man. It was tough. Like the truck. So I think because of that, I'm traumatized by the sun. So yeah, I do not like. And, Kansas City, it was hot, but it was also a night game. But I'm like really leaning toward going, and because if I would have been to Cincinnati, I would say no. But because I've never been, and I don't know when we're going to play these guys again, I do want to go. Plus the trip's going to be super easy. So it's going to be like a last minute thing, bro. Niners only won because the Rams still can't kick a high school field goal. About the pink gear, would you consider the lion-headed t-shirt a pink? Wait, would you consider the lion-headed t-shirt as a pink shirt with lion's head highlighted Honolulu blue and black, very similar to your page avatar, if not special order? Hey, Danny, I could. I've done that combination, man. It's not a good look. It's not. Let me see. You're saying with lion highlighted Honolulu blue and black. It's not a really good look. If I understand what you're talking about, the avatar, like the blue and the pink. Now black on the pink, that would be, but it's not. I actually designed. It's not a very good appealing to the eyes, bro. Let me see. Trey as a secondary pass rusher would feast, similar to Devontae Adams. He still has the skill set, ability, but will see more opportunities opposite a guy like Hutch. Hey, Chuck, anybody would see opportunities. Like Hutch can turn like an average pass rusher into a pretty good one. And Muhammad is laying people out, but is Muhammad above average? Would y'all call Muhammad above average? Speaking of Muhammad, somebody that we kind of forgot about, Hassanin. We ain't heard nothing about him, but Brad said he's coming back. So that's another guy. It's another reason we're not going to trade for anybody. Mac Jones might be a better fit than Brock Purdy. Okay, so the rumors are coming out that Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones. If you remember, it was Trevor Lawrence, right? Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance. Then it was Justin Fields and then Mac Jones. According to what they were saying last night, is that Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones, but they were like, there's no way you can trade up to get this. If you trade up for him, they'll talk about you, right? Because he's a system quarterback. That's what they said. And right now, there's no competition. You just paid Brock Purdy. But now you argue, do you bring, if this keeps up for Mac Jones, do you bring back Purdy and mess up the flow or what? I don't know. I think they're going to bring back Purdy. Kittle should be back soon. They're going to bring back Brock. But yeah, I think Mac he's like that Sam Darnold, that Baker Mayfield. I think somehow he'll get a starting job down the line. But I like what he said today. Thank you, Chuck. I like what he said today. He said, I'm here to feel, I'm here until Brock gets back. My job is to win games while he's out. I like that. Okay, let me see. Is Davenport ever going to come back and play? Probably, probably so. I would love not to see many of our starters on special teams. Give me James Houston PTSD when he snapped his ankle. Speaking of James Houston, how you guys feeling? I'm okay. Everybody, I see Twitter, they're like, oh my God, we let this guy go. Yes, we've seen this before. James Houston, it's just funny to me. That week 5 bye week for the Packers is going to come back to bite them like it did last year for us. I agree. The Lions are a half game up on the Packers. Thank you, Dallas. And now when the Lions beat the Bengals, because I'm speaking in absolutes, because they will beat the Bengals. I'm just going by numbers, y'all. We will beat the Bengals. Will we slaughter the Bengals is the concern, or is the question. I think that, so we'll go up a game and a half. And at that point, we just got to keep winning. Dan Campbell greater than Sean McVay. KC is such a good coach, bro. But man, that first game counts, but teams are still filling players out. Rematch won't look the same. Plus, it's going to be at the crib, Potato. Bills Lions Super Bowl. Hey, that's what everybody's saying. Hey, listen, right now, what team would you feel confident in to win that game? Would you take the Lions or would you take the Bills? Be real. Be real, man. We don't have to worry about the Bills ever making the Super Bowl as long as the Chiefs exist. Hey, you know what, Steve? That's a buck. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of year Patrick is having. He owns the Bills. But I feel like this is the Bills' year. I feel like the Bills will beat Patrick wherever they play. I just feel like that. I love our offense against the Bills' defense. Okay, I'll have my fan in the stands. Brandon, bruh, I'm like, yo, if there was some shade or some, but you know what? I'm gonna be real. Wait a minute, yo, I just thought about something. This is a game changer. I just thought about something. I could like camp out in the atrium. I could camp out in the atrium, bro. I can walk and watch the game from the atrium and still be there. I mean, it ain't the same, right? Until it cool off a little bit. I just thought about that. I might have to go. That might be a game changer. Vikings are going to have a dilemma once McCarthy come back. Do they go with him or just let Wentz play? Kira, that's a good question. What would you do? What would you do right now? I think they're going to go with McCarthy. I think they're going to go with him. Will you do shirts for childhood cancer? Denzel, you know what? I could, but I just thought, I didn't know if October was breast cancer or just cancer in general. Lamar is ruled out again Sunday. DJ, I did see that. Love the pink with the logo, bro. Looks amazing. Yeah, it does. It does, man. It really does. It turned out really, really good too, man. It really did. They had a pink shirt. Like I could have done pink and then what's pink here would have been black. So, but I think this pops a little bit more. AQM is just seizing the opportunity. But what I mean is, what would Trey stats look like compared to AQM? Completely different spectrum of ability. Well, I mean, I don't know, man, because you're talking about half the season. So realistically, if we got here in mid-November, I would have to say maybe 6-7 sacks. I really believe like him and Hutch on that side, bro. And then like there would be no drop off. So if let's say Hutch and Trey start, and then you got Davenport. Right, since y'all still believe in Davenport, but you got Davenport and AQM. I mean, that's the combination right there. Houston can only do one thing, and it shows now that he's regularly playing. Yep. Hey, DV is what I've been saying, bro. It's what I've been saying. Lions all the way. Lions, Bills, Lions. Our DC makes real-time adjustments. First, Lions DC didn't ever do that. You know what, Studios? That's what I'm saying. Chiefs going to be in the bowl. Not gonna lie, Bills look tough, but I'm taking Dan Campbell. Lions, we owe Bills a revenge game. Man, so let me get this straight. Out of everybody I asked that question, hold on now. Hold on. So y'all saying 6 or 7? Ain't no way. Let's do this. I know this is a Lions-dominated chat, but come on, y'all. Who would win the Super Bowl? Come on, man. Who win the Super Bowl Okay, I'll put. All right, let's see. Let's see how this. I already know how this is gonna go. Shout out to the 2 super chats that we got. William with these $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says, what's up, Derek? I'm excited for the game Sunday. I expect the Lions to eat in all 3 phases. So do I. And I think we blow them out. I think because the stats say that we blow them out. And I was right about the Bears. I'm telling you, stats, they tell a story. They don't lie. They don't, they can be a bit deceiving. But in this case, the Bengals are terrible in every facet of the game. The Lions are great, right? We're going to mop the floor with them. They have no chance at all. Joe, it just tells you how much Joe Burrow really does mean to that team. Got another super chat. What's up, man? Says 199 says, what up, Unc? Is Tesla getting here Sunday? You know what, man? I don't know. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. Because every time you think he's going to get in the game, he don't, or he's in the game, it's a run play. All right. Man, listen, y'all capping, bro. Y'all are capping. Are we really like 94% say the Detroit Lions are winning the Super Bowl between these 2 teams? Come on, man. When was the last time the Lions beat the Bills? Like, y'all got to be serious. Y'all got to be serious, bro. I understand it's a Lions like centric channel, but y'all got to be real, man. The Bills haven't beat nobody besides the lucky. Okay, but who cares anyway? When was the last time the Lions beat the Bills? They did it to us at our place. They did it to us on Thanksgiving on 2022. Like, the Bills have owned us the past couple of times. Our defense is better than the Bills. Bro, the Bills' schedule is so weak any given Sunday. Come on, man. Listen, am I going to take my team? Most likely, but y'all just like Lions. It ain't no hesitation that the Bills, I don't know, man. Y'all capping. So did the Ravens. Hey, listen, Lamar Jackson is not Josh Allen. Okay, who are you taking? Who are you taking on this team? Jared Goff or Josh Allen? Who would you take if you had back against the wall? You had to pick one. Who are you picking? You picking Jared Goff or Josh Allen? They said that about the Ravens. We just ran them out the building. We have a new. Okay. So here's the thing. The Ravens defense was terrible. Where does the Bills defense rank? Josh Allen, of course. Josh Allen. Okay, so here's what a couple years ago, I was like, I'll take Jared Goff any day, because the recklessness of Josh Allen is just, it bothers me. I know that, like, Jared Goff is not a reckless quarterback. He is a pocket passer, laser precision. Like, even Matthew Stafford is reckless. And some Detroit Lions fans would take Stafford over Goff, even at 37 versus 30. But over the past few years, I have come to appreciate Josh Allen for what he is. Reckless. He is Matthew Stafford 2.0, just way taller, bigger, stronger, faster, more mobile. And if my back was against the wall, I can't believe it, man. I would probably take Josh Allen. It probably. And I love Jared Goff. Man. But between the two of them, I think just pure physical ability, you gotta go with Josh, man. You have to go with Josh. Danny V says, really? Okay, so y'all picked the Lions to win the Super Bowl. Okay, 94% out of 49 votes. That's crazy. Will with another super chat says, the Bills defense is not as good as it used to be. However, the offense is still a problem. That's my thing, William. Specifically Josh Allen. James Cook. Specifically Josh Allen. That's crazy. Josh Allen throws a better deep ball than Jared Goff. Josh Allen is him. I wouldn't want to make a choice between, potato chip, neither would I. Jared is my guy. Speaking of Jared Goff, Jared Goff is officially a Detroit Lion. What do I mean by that? This is Jared Goff's, believe it or not, 70th game as a Detroit Lion. How many games did he play as a Ram? 69. He played 69 games as a Ram. Right now, on Sunday, he will play more games as a Detroit Lion than he did as a Ram. And, that's more than we can say about Stafford. I say if Jared Goff and experience in the offense, his statistical output, leadership, amongst other reasons, then I get called a slappy. Why change? Game change number 70. Yep. Game number 70. Yep. More games as a Lion than a Ram. What a stat. Absolutely. Can y'all believe it's already been that much time? Like, think about that. Think about how long Jared Goff has been our quarterback. It's like, it's been that long that he now has played more games. Well, Sunday, he will have played more games as a Lion than a Ram. That's crazy, man. And just to be clear, I can't imagine Josh Allen in a Lions uniform. I'm just saying, like, pure physical ability. Josh Allen, I mean, he's still reckless, but he is that dude. He really is that dude, man. Bills offense will not be a problem anymore for us. This isn't last year's Lions. Okay. I will say we did not have Hutch when we played that game, and the lean went down. But Josh Allen's still a dog, man. He's still a dog. The Bills aren't a good matchup for this Lions team. They don't have elite wide receivers. They're based on Cook's running game. The ball, we stopped the run. Our weakness was against mobile QBs. AG was stubborn. Okay. All right. So y'all feel that that's fixed. You feel that that's fixed, that our weakness. Okay. Hey, listen, we sacked Caleb 4 times. We pretty much contained him. We sacked Lamar the very next week 7. Pretty much contained him. He didn't have a ton of yards. You might be on to something. I don't know, man. I don't know. All or Nothing says, why do I keep skipping your question? Because I have to see it, man. If you super chat it, it would stand out. Okay, so everybody in the comment section, all right? Since y'all, I guess y'all just not getting here. I can only see 10 comments at a time. That's it. 10 comments at a time. So if I don't see your question, I skip your question. All right? That's how that works. So if you want to be seen, then super chat. That's easy work. All you got to do is hit the button at the bottom, pay a little something. All right? I only see 10 questions at a time. 10 comments at a time, man. God. It's literally 10 questions. Rashard Harris, his first one, and Rashard Harris is at the bottom. Who been to more Pro Bowls? No, things are better, but our pass rush is not fixed. I don't know what the GM and DC consider Josh Allen's Lions material. That's a good question, man. Josh Allen is a dog, but I feel like the Bills can be had. Yeah, the Bills can be had, absolutely. Lamar was 24-2 against the NFC teams, LOL. When do you think we were the black? When? I feel like they've already been announced, but I know they'll be at home. You know what? I think we're going to wear them for the first time against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Monday night. Let me see. Steve says, Derek, will Terrion ever be as great as he tells us he could be? Could he reach that height? I don't know. I can't even answer. It sucks that you can't get more questions on your open chat. Yeah, the way that the chatty is, it's a little box, and I can only see 10 at a time. Did Brad waste our second-round pick on Ennis since he hasn't played, even though everyone has something to say about TA? All or nothing. I don't know how long you've been watching this channel, but yes. So far, yes. Yes. 100%. We should have we took 2 back-to-back corners when we needed a pass rusher. And now we need corners, and he's not available. So, yeah. Yep, so all you got to do, if I don't see your question, just keep spamming it until I do, all right? Let me see. We matched with the Bills more than the Ravens, even though we beat them. Pay to play, he doesn't work for free. Here for that green money. No, I'm just saying, like, I can only see 10 comments at a time. I'm not skipping comments. Unless you're a troll, then I skip them, after a while. I've been watching for 3 years. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I can only see 10 comments, man. So just keep spamming it until I see it. I'm from Tampa and live here. I've been a Lions fan since I was 13. I'll be at that game. First time in Detroit. Hey, have some fun, man. Have fun, bro. It's going to be lit. When Derek take off the glasses, he means business. I'm just like, I'm not skipping your question, man. Don't spam, pay the toll, and respect the channel. No. Listen. What I'm saying is I can only see a set amount of... So every time you comment or somebody comments, the comments are bumped out. And I can only see 7 or 10 at a time. That's it. So if you super chat, I have to answer the question because it pops up. So I'm not skipping anybody's question. Only time I'll do that is if you're a troll. If you're a troll, then I will purposely skip your question. Outside of that, I'm not going to do it. Derek Barnes has been huge for us. I underestimated how much we missed him. Absolutely. He has been playing a great couple of games. No one talks about Pascal being a bust, but has never started the beginning of a season. Pascal, in my opinion, is a bust. Okay, so Pascal, for me, a bust is only the first round pick. That's it. But I understand what you're saying. And I agree. Pascal has been a letdown to be 46 overall. He's been a letdown. 100%. Antonio says, I'm going to KC for the first time for the Lions game. How was it when you went? Antonio, I will be there, brother. I will be there. Okay, so check this out. I see a super chat. Miles Gibbs with the super chat. $5 says, what are your thoughts on Rakestraw? Will he be a good corner? I thought he would be good, but he got the injury bug. Okay, so Miles, appreciate the donation. My thing with this is I don't know. I don't know. We haven't seen enough of the guy. I don't know. He's out for the year, right? So he's already going into year 3 of his 4-year rookie deal. We're not going to, I don't know. I can't tell you that. I have not seen anything from this guy on the football field. I mean, enough to make a decision. I mean, right now, you know that Terrion Arnold is not a good cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Right now. Oh, all my fellas out there, I got a question for y'all. And then I'll answer your question, Antonio. I got a question. How many pull-ups can you do? You want to know how strong you are? And you know we got to have real life conversation, y'all. We got to have real life sometime during it. That's what makes me different. I'm not the AI Brad Holmes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes you different from these other podcasters too. I like to have real life conversations. Couple things I want y'all to do. Get your prostate checked. If you're over 40, get your prostate. I'll be 46 next month, and I am getting mine checked, okay? Get your prostate checked. Second thing is, if you want to know how strong you are, try to do a pull-up. You can lift a bunch of weights. If you can do a pull-up, you want to know how strong you are, do a pull-up. Try and do a pull-up. Okay. Antonio, I will be there. So there's a hotel across the street. It's like literally across the street from Kansas City, the Arrowhead. It is, I looked yesterday. Now this hotel is regularly $80-some a night. Okay, it's called the Lotus. 3 nights was $1,300. I check it for the time the Lions are 300. Three nights was $1,300. So I'm 12 miles away. I went in. I got a hotel for $88 a night. It's gonna cost me $300 for 3 days. And I will be there I have to drive because the airfare is insane. It was $900 for a round trip. I was like, heck, I looked yesterday. I ain't never flown Frontier, but I ain't trying to start now. No offense if you do. I ain't heard the greatest things about Frontier Airlines. So I'm a Southwest guy myself. You know what I'm saying? But that's just that. So, yeah, man. Bobby says I can do 67 pull-ups. That's crazy. 30 or 40 in a row. That's crazy. Okay, underhand or overhand? Wide or close? Close grip. Stop the cap. LOL. Okay, Miles with another super chat. Appreciate you, my man. Number 2 on the leaderboard says, so I know you hope Brad Holmes makes the play for Trey at the deadline, but if he doesn't, do you see us making any other trades? Okay, Miles, I just want us to have a pass rusher I can depend on. If that guy is AQM, fine. I don't know if it is. His knee was bothering him last game. He was non-existent. He went, right now he's top 10 in sacks. Well, going into last night's game. So I don't know if he is now. And I mean, he's doing okay, right? I don't know about the trust factor. Do I see us making any trades? I don't know. Brad Holmes has traded. Okay, let me see. At the trade deadline of 2022, we traded away TJ Hawkinson. At the trade deadline of 2023, we traded for Donovan Peoples-Jones. At the trade deadline of 2024, or did I say 2024? I meant 3. At the trade deadline of 2024, we traded for Zadarius Smith. 2021, we didn't, and we picked up Josh Reynolds right after that, right? Or it was either right after or right before. Do I think he trades for somebody? It's hard to tell. And it depends on where that need is. We understand from last year that his back was against the wall, so he traded for the best available pass rusher. and then cut that guy. So I don't know. Brad Holmes is a mystery. I love it and I hate it at the same time. If we go to a Super Bowl, the Bills will be looking at our victory over Baltimore when trying to stop Josh Allen. Derek, you were right about Ahmed. We thought he was going to be the next coming of Christ. We now don't speak about him. Sorry. I'm sorry, play. Well, look, I'm not going to put, Steve, I can't put I can't put that much faith in a pick that's that late, right? Because I just can't. I mean, look at James Houston. Look at, and I'm not impressed by James Houston. Look at Mekhi Wingo. Mekhi Wingo, 6th-round pick, doing nothing right now, right? You can't really talk about many 6th, 7th-round picks that's making an impact. I mean, Trey, 4th-round pick. Za'Darius, 4th-round pick. And look at, I mean, and it doesn't always go that way, but mostly it does. I mean, look who made a play last night. Chase Lucas. Chase Lucas, a 7th-round pick. Antoine Green, body issues, no longer in the league, right? Had to retire. Who else? Jamar Jefferson, picked up on somebody's practice squad. You know who's crazy that they ball out? That I'm like, he used to play for us. Ty Johnson on the Jets. He used to play for us, which is crazy. If you go to the airport, tickets are cheaper. Really? I did not know that. I did not know that. That's good to know. I am not excited for this day game. Why not? Chief Running Bear says, I can do only 5 pull-ups. Okay. Is it overhand? Is it underhand? Is it close? Is it wide? Which ones can you do? I can do about 3. I can do about 3 in either grip, bro. About 3 clean. Yeah. Let me see. Where we at? How long we been on? Okay, we are time to wrap up the show. When do you think Aleem will play? I think he plays after the bye week. That's just my opinion. What's up, Malachi? What's going on, man? I've done a total of 10 pull-ups since retiring active duty 6 years ago, so I'm guessing none. What about Aaron Donald? Miles, what about him, bro? What about AD? He been retired for a couple years. Also, what record do you think the Lions will have after the year? So I said between 13-4, 11-6. I'm still going to stuck on, be on that. I don't change. Underhand. Yeah. Try do some overhand ones. Overhand. Cause you use a different set. You know what I'm saying? Try doing these instead of these. Try these and see if you can get the same 4. Looked at Expedia tickets were 400, went to the airport. They were 97. Really, bro? No. On what airline? What airline? So you telling me park and then walk into the airport? Chris, what up, man? Says, love the channel. Been a fan since the start of last season, and I appreciate everything you do for the fan base. Keep rocking it, man. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Yo, Derek, I bought some plane tickets in the summer to go to New York. It only cost $40 each for Spirit. Bro, that's crazy. That's shout out to you, man, because I've been hearing some stories about Spirit Airlines, man. I feel like Aleem could play against the Bucks. Casey or the Bucks? Yes, walk in. Really? What up, AC? What's good with you, bro? Do you think we'll make a move? There are some losing teams currently with some defensive stars. Steve, I really don't know. It's early. I mean, okay. Let's do this and then we'll wrap up the show. Let's see where teams, what are the standings looking like? Who could we part? Who could teams? Can y'all believe it? Like, we're in October. So you know what October means? October means trade deadline talk. I'm not excited like I was last year after what Brad has done, after what he said. I'm not excited. I don't think we make a move. We might do something. We might do something for like an offensive lineman or a cornerback or something. Like, I don't know. All right, so I got a quick question for y'all. Taking the bias out of it. Let's go back to 2021. Don't be biased. If you're the Cincinnati Bengals, do you think the Cincinnati Bengals made the right move? I'm going to say no. By taking Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell, I'm going to say no. Penei Sewell failed to us. He felt everybody had him going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati should have taken him. They should have taken him, but they didn't. Just like Jacksonville should have taken Aiden Hutchinson, but they didn't. Think about that. Our first 2 first-round picks literally fell into our lap. That's crazy, man. I just peeped that. That's crazy. But non-biased, who do you think? Do you think that the Bengals should have taken Jamar or Penei? I'm going to say Penei. It all starts there. And listen, I love the flashy players, but it all starts there, man. Miles with another super chat. Appreciate you. Number 2 in the ranking says, you're amazing, dear. Thank you for doing this channel. A big fan. Always keeping it real. Thank you, bro. Gotta go. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, man, for supporting and the super chats as well, man. William with another super chat says, don't be surprised if Brad Holmes brings in a nobody off the couch or a bottom of the barrel pass rusher. He already has. He literally did it last year. He already had. He did it. Lacey. Mohammed was literally on the couch. He said he was on the couch. So 100%. All right. So let's do this. Then we'll wrap up the show. Okay. So let's look at the bottom feeders of the NFL and let's see who could the Detroit Lions, not saying they will, but players from these teams. And if you're watching this back on playback, you can put somebody in here that you would like to see the Lions make a move for. Because look, Brad is always trying to make this team better. It's nothing wrong with saying you want a player. Like, don't let the fan base and these talking heads on YouTube and everybody's so like this. Everybody's like, you can't. That's how everybody is. We're fans of the team. It's Brad's and Dan's job to worry about who pays whom, right? It's our job to fantasize. That's what we're doing. So we're going to do that right now, okay? So let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Now we're gonna keep it realistic, but we're also going to have some fun, okay? So who on these teams, which one of these teams could you see parting with a player? It's a lot of guys out here. It's a lot of guys out here. So listen to this. Check this out, okay? Chuck says Jalen Phillips. I was about to mention him too. He's been a name that's come up. So a name that's come up from the New Orleans Saints is Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan doesn't want to leave, but this team is winless, okay? Tennessee, I'm not very familiar with who's on their team after, a couple guys have left. I think Arden's over there. I think he is. Now, here's a team to keep an eye on here. The New York Jets. The New York Jets, their season is over. You got the relationship between Dan and Aaron. You could see something happen here. Who on here? I don't know. I don't know if Jermaine Johnson is hurt. I have no idea. But I would say keep an eye on any of these teams having a fire sale. The New York Giants, names that keep coming up, is Kayvon Thibodeau. He's a hot name that keeps coming up. Carolina Panthers, I'm not too sure there. The Cleveland Browns, I don't think that they have anybody really that they can move outside of like Greg Newsome and stuff like that, which is also a name that came up last year at the trade deadline. Miles says, I thought you had to go, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Says, let's get Burns from the Giants. While I love that idea, there's no way because the Giants just paid him a bunch of money. But I appreciate your super chat, my man. Okay, Miami, Jalen Phillips is a guy. With Tyreek Hill gone, even though they lost or they won that game, the Dolphin season is over. Jalen fits the Brad Holmes mold. He is expendable because he is on the last year of his deal, his rookie deal, former first-round pick. He is hurt all the time. He got hurt 2 season-ending injuries last year and the year before. One was documented on Hard Knocks last year. I hate seeing it for the guy, but according to the Miami Dolphins Syndicate, they think you're going to give a first or a second. It ain't no way. I told them they're crazy. They're crazy. It ain't no way we're giving up a first or a second for a guy that literally came off 2 season-ending injuries. Plus, there's no commitment to Jalen Phillips. If we trade it for, let me go back here. So if we trade it for Kayvon Thibodeau, he's here a year and a half. I don't think Brad would even cut this guy. He's a year. We wouldn't even sign like we might even bring Davenport back if we sign Kayvon Thibodeau. So that'd be funny, man, having Hutch and Thibodeau on the same team. All right. Jalen Phillips, Chubb could be available. Baltimore, they don't even have really a pass rush, so I don't see anybody from there. Houston Texans, could Danielle Hunter be, I don't know. I know they just kind of worked out another contract kind of benefit with him. These guys, it's funny. Why? Check this out. Why would the Dallas Cowboys, who are 1-2, 1-2-1, trade with the Las Vegas Raiders, who are 1-3, unless they think that Max Crosby will take them to the next level? That's crazy. But you also hear from Dallas Cowboy fans that they don't have a pass rush either. All right, we got 2 super chats I missed. Answer, what up, though? Appreciate the super chat. Says, with Davenport, Pascal, Aleem, and Muhammad all possibly being back by November 1st, I can't see Brad trading for a pass rusher unless we have an injury. I actually agree. I agree with that. I hate to say it, but I agree with that because Brad believes that these guys are going to take us all the way. And I don't know if I believe that, but he does, and that's all that matters. Kenyetta, appreciate you. I think this might be your first ever super chat. says, who do you think our losses will be this season? Well, one was I had us beating Green Bay but losing to the Ravens. So I can tell you in a minute. Let me look at the schedule. All right, so Washington Commanders and these teams are still in it. So let's stop at the Dallas Cowboys. Max is off the table. Anybody trading for him would have to absorb that contract. I don't think he gets moved. So I think if we do get somebody, it's going to come from one of these, even if it's not a, defensive player. I think it's going to come. So I can see Brad doing something. I don't know how much Cam Jordan is making, but I can see him doing something like. But with Aleem McNeil coming back, I don't know. Brad would do something like get a dinosaur. So Cam Jordan, I can see that. I would say honestly, if I had to look, I don't know who's on the Jets that would be available. I would say keep an eye on Kayvon Thibodeau. Keep an eye on Jalen Phillips. And that's really it. That's really it. Now, let me show you something. So the Atlanta Falcons, all of a sudden, they invest in their pass rush, and guess where their defense is? I'll show you. I'm going to show you where the Atlanta Falcons defense is from simply investing in their pass rush. Let's go to team, and let me show you where their defense is at. Yards allowed. They are second in defense in yards allowed by investing in their pass rush. They had one of the worst in the league. Now it's not as bad as it was. So take that. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Because believe it or not, y'all, we only still have Hutch. That's really it. I mean, look, AQM is good for 6 sacks. If he gets more than that, great. That's a career high. But he's good for 6 sacks. So the question was from Kenyatta, who do you think our losses will be to this season? Well, let's find out. Let's go to scores. And I haven't done this in a few months, so let's find out. Okay, let's pick the Detroit Lions here. See if they'll give us. All righty then. Okay, so I had us beating the Packers. Our first loss was going to come against the Ravens. I also had us losing against the Bengals, but not anymore. I had us losing to the Eagles. And I don't know. That it was like I had us as 13 and 4. And it was going to be the Eagles, the Ravens, the Bengals, and another one, I think like the Packers or something like that. But it wasn't the first game. So, man, to be real with you, right now, through the first quarter of the season, we're beating the Bengals. I think we beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs they're going to be unique because Worthy is back. They did not have Worthy when we played them a few years ago, right? So this one's going to be tricky, but I still think we win this game. We beat the Bengals. We beat the Chiefs. Buccaneers are maybe the Eagles. Maybe the Eagles. I mean, the Lions could legitimately go, I don't know, because the Steelers are playing really good football, but we played them at Ford Field. So I don't know. I mean, last year, this team rattled, 10 in a row? 10 in a row. So I don't know. That's a great question, and I don't know. All right, let me bring the chat back in here. Okay, so Aziz Ojulari. Okay, yes, Okay, so Aziz Ojulari is actually buried on the depth chart. The Eagles signed him in free agency, and he's not even playing. So I can see that as well. Wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. He was a hot name last year. I wouldn't be mad. Hunter went to Houston because he wanted to be in Texas. Says Danny V. Yeah. He did, but as far as I know, he don't got a no trade clause in his contract. So Antonio says Snead or Newsom. Ain't no way we trade for Snead. Snead just got paid, didn't he? Greg Newsom. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know we need a cornerback, right? I mean, but if we trade for a cornerback, I think I might lose my mind. I think I might lose. I think I might lose my mind. I really will. Because I'm just sick to death, man, of all. I mean, here's the thing. So Brad doesn't draft for need, and we way over time. Brad doesn't draft for need, right? But he'll trade for need. He'll trade for need, but he won't draft for need. Okay, cool. Don't we always need a corner? We always need a corner, man. Every single year, we need a corner. You took Okay, see, I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to relax. You took a injured cornerback in the 2024 NFL draft in Ennis Rakestraw. You took him already. You traded for Carlton Davis. You drafted Ife Melifonwu, right? You signed Emmanuel Mosley coming off a season-ending injury. He gets another one, and you sign him again, right? He gets another one. I will lose my mind if we trade. I understand. I get it. But I would much rather you finally invest in the DE line, go get a DE, and go get them dudes off the couch. If you want somebody in the cornerback room, go get the dudes off the couch. You do it with the D-line. Do it with the secondary. Why not? Go get a dude off the couch. Look, Stephon Gilmore on the couch right now. Go get him. Why can't he do that? That's my issue. So I will probably lose my mind. I'm going to keep it a buck. And our corners are still suspect. Excessive CB from trades and draft. The Falcons invested has a combined 1.5 sacks. Derek maybe will blow Cincinnati so bad they want to trade to us. And our corner still suspect. I understand your anger, but Reed and Newsom will be pretty amazing. Look, Antonio, I got you, bro. I understand. I get it. And Brad's the GM. That's it. But I'm just saying, Newsom, He all right. From what I saw, he all right. And we trade again. How many times are you? But so all I've ever said about Brad Holmes is put that same energy into the D-line. Okay? Do y'all think that Darius Slay and James Bradbury were the best two corners in the NFL? But when you got dogs on the D-line, you don't really need it. And this ain't towards you, Antonio. I'm just, bruh, I can't. You got old men out in the secondary and you winning Super Bowls. It's time. I mean, if you're going to talk about injuries, talk about Davenport. No 15 and 16 was a jinx. Don't win 15. 3 to 4 losses max. Bro, I'm still on keeping the Lions D-line healthy. Do you think Mac will really increase our production? Absolutely, Diesel. Why wouldn't he? I mean, only if he's hindered by injury, but according to coach, he's not. Mac is a dog. He got a big payday? Absolutely. Derek wants our line to be Miles, Trey, Crosby, and Will Good. Bro, could you imagine? You know how they veto trades in the NBA? They would veto that. That would be crazy. We would lead the league in sacks every year. Imagine if we had, look, here's the perfect D-line. Hold on, wait. Perfect D-line. Hutch, Chris Jones, Jeffrey Simmons, Myles Garrett. Hey, that's the stuff. Wow. I mean, that would be crazy. Look, I'm giddy just talking about it. Let me see. Okay, so Chuck, what do you disagree about? What do you disagree? I said they invested in the D-line. And what are you disagreeing with? They had the number 2 defense in the National Football League. What are you disagreeing with? That's facts. It's right there. Matt going to try to eat up all the blocks they won't be able to stop. Yeah, Roger Goodell won't allow that. I mean, could you imagine, though? Myles Garrett. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is like a Myles Garrett, Chris Jones, Jeffrey Simmons, and Hutch. Bruh. It would be, bruh, they would not, they would show up to the stadium and wouldn't even play. They'd be like, we're not playing against them. Aaron Donald is on the couch, premature, I think. Bring him back for 2 seasons. Danny, so wait. You think Aaron Donald not done? I think he done, bro. They tried to bring him back last year. He said he would only come back to the Rams. That's what he said. NFL would take away our picks if that was our pass rush. You wouldn't need any quarterbacks or safeties with that D-line. Bruh, that'd be crazy. That's why it's a fantasy. Bro, that would be insane. Steelers Nation Australia. How do you say that in German, bro? How do you say bungle suck in German? That's what I want to know. Anyway, y'all, listen, it's been real. I don't know if I'm going to Cincinnati yet. I have been on the fence about it. 87 degrees. And if y'all don't know me, right? Y'all don't know how I am in the sun. I do not vibe with the sun okay. So here's some like real life, right? So Dang, I lost my thought. Real life, it was about the sun sitting outside. I can't remember. It's about the sun. But I enjoy the sun, but I'm not a sun guy. Like, I'm not a sun dude. Like, I like vacation sun. I'm on the beach. You've got the wind blowing. You've got a breeze. You got somebody bringing you drinks. You got an umbrella protecting you. Like, I'm not a sun dude, man. Miles said, I know, Miles. I know. I'm like, I'm probably going to go. I'm just like, yo, we need to get Hayward from the Steelers. Hey, Hayward like 30-something years old, bro. He would work. Michael says, so you wait. You went back to the original name, bro? You went back to the OG name, huh? What happened to the General Z, man? It's an afternoon game, but you know. Grab a 12, watch it at the crib. You know what, Steve? I gotta go, man. I mean, you know, you can sit at the, like, people, you can sit in the house is easy. Get out the house. Let me see. Would you rather really hot or really cold weather? Really hot, because cold hurts. Cold causes pain. The Cincinnati Bengals. Wow, I can't even say that. I mean, I would probably be happy if you ain't go. I love watching you. Peace, Derek. Yeah. I have 2 accounts. Oh, okay. All right. Well, with that being said, y'all, I will let you know. If you see the stream set up, I'm here. If you don't, I'm on my way. But y'all, I'm taking y'all on a journey with me, okay? Appreciate everybody that super chat. Appreciate everybody watching the stream. And I will see you guys. I don't know yet, man. I still haven't bought my ticket either. They're reasonably priced as well. So we'll see. I'm leaning toward going because I'm like, yo, I could like stand out in the atrium until it starts to cool off. I mean, I could do that, right? That's lame, but at least I'm there, right? So we'll see. Plus, the tickets they're not that bad. They're not that bad. Plus, if I went to Cincinnati, okay, that's what I was gonna say. Kansas City, I'm going. I'm driving right now. Got my hotel booked. Get my tickets. I'll get my tickets next week. Trying to let the price go down. Kansas City somewhere I can't miss. I cannot miss. It is lit in KC. I mean, KC is lit. And they got a tequila slushy thing. Be careful. If you up there in the nosebleeds, be careful. Because you get one of them, you're done. You are done. And they got the Bud Light Platinums too. I'm talking about KC, they trying to get you toe up. You got because not a lot of stadiums got the Bud Light Platinums. You know what I'm talking about. The Bud Light Platinums, man, 8%. I think it's 8. It's either 8 or 6, one of them. And whatever it is, be careful. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, oh, let me try one of those. Man, it was by a local distillery or whatever. And they're like, yo, so it's 3 shots of tequila in this lemon slushy thing. And I was like, oh, this is God. This is fantastic. I'm up there on the 3rd level like, yo, this is crazy. So you got to be careful, man. Anyway, look, I'll catch y'all maybe from Cincinnati. Go Lions.